Hope this is the right track. It is. Okay, here we go. Summer drinking, endless rosé. How are these fuckers not all in AA? Pretty people with booming careers. Lover boy enough to last 7 years. Hamptons clubs don't activate hubs in the summer house. Oh well, oh well, sing it with us. Tell me more, tell me more. Will they take Hannah's calls? Can we see Carl's 3 balls? Shoo-bop-bop, 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 shoo-bop-bop.
Well, that was our new Summer House theme you just heard. Now, that was from our live show, because Poodle still sounds like he got raw dogged by Satan, like throat fucked. So he can't sing right now, so we can't sing the new theme yet.
Summer drinking,
It does.
rosé.
It sounds like Satan just took his prong cat dick and just throat fucked you.
Cat dick?
Yeah, you know cat dicks are prongs.
That's true.
And he just throat fucked you for
That's
like 3
the first
hours.
cat buck chandelier
cat
scream.
throat fuck chandelier scream.
I did get throat bucked by Satan, otherwise
You did.
known as the bomb cyclone.
The bomb psycho.
Welcome to the stage, bomb cyclone. She was a bitch.
She was a bitch.
Didn't like her.
I'm still not warm.
God.
Can't get warm.
I don't know how people live there in the winter. I don't know
Yes.
how people live in New York City in the winter. It's not
I don't
for
think
me.
I'm sick. I just have a husky voice from talking so much, but maybe I am too. And everybody says we have COVID, even though we don't think we do.
We did everything.
I
We
know
should
everybody
have.
did everything. I know, but you know,
I haven't gotten my PCR test back yet.
I'm a sneaky
So-
one.
And
All right.
I took 4 rapid tests in the hotel room, and all of them were negative.
All of them were negative.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all, I'm gonna say something now.
But it's some kind of chest cold.
Yeah, if
This is Summer House.
this is Summer House, we're not gonna go into it. But if you haven't listened to our live show of 90 Day, if you just listen to just Summer House, I don't know who does, but if
People
you
do. People do.
you need to go listen to our New York City live show, our 90 Day Days. It's season. It's
Reality gaze.
Reality Gaze. It's part 1
Of 90 Day
that
Fiancé.
it dropped on like Saturday night on Saturday because
About halfway through when we start talking about
yes,
Summer House.
because I think I even did at the top.
I
Poodle
had
and
a
I-
special
we met Luke
meeting with Luke Goldberg.
at Watch What Crappens. I'm not going to go into the story of how Poodle completely folded on his
It was
morals,
shameless.
but it was shame. It's a
It
pretty
was.
good story. I just realized, honestly, talking now, I went, "Oh yeah, Luke's not on this season. Didn't miss him.
I think he's going to be on later.
He must be late to come
Yeah.
because he's in the photos and everything.
Yeah, I think
right?
he arrives later.
So anyway, y'all,
We
met
I
him.
spilled a little tea.
he didn't know who we were.
No, he did not.
He did not. Did you tell him that you? Did you ever tell him that we're reality
Yeah.
gays?
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
He's like, oh, cool. He had no idea.
No
who we
idea.
were.
Never listened.
It's better that way.
It's better that way.
because
Y'all, every once in a while, y'all
although he DM'd me. We've talked via DM.
because you sent him 10 messages and he finally said,
I did
"Stop
not.
DMing me."
I did not. I did not.
Sometimes y'all.
I
because-
said it was lovely to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
Here is my number. Here are all my contact number in LA, and here's a spare room you can stay in.
exactly.
And the spare room is my bedroom.
My bedroom.
And I would
And the
watch you
key-
sleep.
And the key is actually the keyhole's actually your butthole.
Yeah.
So anyway, y'all, Poodle's
He's
still coughing. I'm a little husky. We're still using cough drops.
Beautiful in real life.
Not my type. I actually
Oh,
think he's
come
prettier
on.
in photographs. I do think he's a prettier model.
I would agree with that, but he's normal looking and he's attractive.
He's the hottest guy in your hometown to me.
Totally.
Which is why Poodle got off of it, because he reminds him of some guy named Trey from Pickens, South Carolina, that he had a crush on.
They're all named Trey. They're all the third.
They're all the third.
Or oh God.
Greg.
Or no. Oh God.
Who was-
Travis.
Was that the hottest guy in high school? Was he Travis?
Yeah. Brock.
Brock? Ours
Brock
was
was-
Jerry.
That is such an old fashioned
Yeah,
name.
I know, yeah. He was the hottest guy, but he knew it. But he was hot. He still is.
That's good.
Anyway.
That's actually not fair.
No, it's not. So y'all, that's the story with that. So be sure to check out that story. And thanks again to Watch What Crappens for having us on their live. The Golden Crappies. We had.
He was such a good sport too when he was on there.
He was a great sport. Dorinda was.
They were making fun of him.
Who else was there? I don't know her. The blonde.
I don't know.
She's from Vanderpump, I think. I don't know. Anyway,
listen to the Crappies or watch the Crappies.
Yeah, we had a great time.
Still get a replay.
Yeah, we had a great time. Love the guys. So, anyway, so that's that story. You can be sure to check out that. But yes, we will be re-recording the theme that Poodle wrote on the plane when we're both in better voices, because it will be played for eternity.
Someone says, "I'm not memorizing this. You wrote it on the plane."
Yeah.
I was all about performing it.
I didn't. I
and
sang it with the word.
I in solidarity.
I wanted to honor. Yeah, in solidarity. Yeah. I wanted to honor the lyricists. I wanted to get their work.
You've never
right.
done that before.
Yeah,
you've always
fair.
gotten it reversed.
That's fair, actually. So anyway, y'all. All right. So this is what we're gonna do because we've been out and everything.
We were kind of gone. This whole like New York kind of raw dogged us.
Raw dogs. We got stuck there. The weather. We're honestly on seasons. We're doing season 6, episode 2 and 3, and season 2 was actually boring.
It was a boring. I have like 5 tidbits that'll sum up the whole thing.
So we're gonna spend like the first 10 minutes kind of telling you what happens in episode 2 that you need to know, and then we'll go into a more in-depth recap with Teabags for episode 3, which was good. I thought
the first episode was important because you got to see the Kyle and Amanda fight, and we got to meet new people.
Yes.
Although I've yet to see what's interesting about Alex. Maya, I'm
like
a little
Maya.
more interested
After episode 3, I like Maya now.
What do you like about her?
I think she's going to be interesting because
Okay.
I see she's already kind of standing up for other girls and she's getting into that. And I
guess.
appreciated her interaction with Craig. And I think that she's smart and she kind of she's not digmatized by like the other girls are.
Yeah.
Because Paige and
but that's not what we bring girls for in Summer House.
No, I think she's gonna be them fighting words girl. Mark my words. I think she's gonna tell somebody to fuck off.
But
in the name of sisterhood.
But I'm saying nothing's happened so far.
No. So far. But I like her, Alex.
Yeah, I think he's also a dick. He's got a dickish vibe to him, which doesn't work on television.
Yeah.
Because we don't know him well enough.
No, he's boring.
You can be kind of a dick if we have seen you do charming
Alex
things before.
Alex is the guy that when you get stuck in the room with him, in the corner with him at the party, you look around for your friends.
Mm-hmm.
He's that guy.
Ugh.
Yeah.
No thanks.
He's just one of those people that he thinks, I'm pretty, I have a beautiful body, because he is gorgeous. His face is beautiful. I think he's a gorgeous guy. But he's one of those guys that, and if he had a great personality, he'd be like one of the hottest guys in the house. But
it's not even that he's boring.
But it's like he's never had to work at it.
He's actively not so.
Yeah.
And he's trying to make himself be like an everyman guy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just awkward. You're not
awkward.
It's not that you're not like other girls.
Yeah,
you're absolutely like other girls. That's the thing.
The most interesting thing about him is that he says he needs to go grocery store shopping to buy food for himself.
Ugh.
And I wrote, personal trainers are boring.
But I'd rather him just fade into the background without trying to take space.
That's true. And
that makes it worse.
Not all personal trainers are boring. I know some pretty interesting
A lot of them
ones.
are. So the big thing you guys need to know, Lindsay.
You know what it is? It's the really pretty personal, the ones with like pretty faces that model.
Yeah.
They're boring. It's like, I interviewed the Kyle guy on, what's the show? We did it. We recapped it on AfterBuzz. Did I do it with you?
I don't know.
I don't think so. There was a show they were going to make a reality show of the Abbey. They're trying to make it like Vanderpump's Rules.
I remember that.
And oh my God, the lead guy, Kyle, was like super muscly and gorgeous.
Yeah.
And he's a fitness model.
They were all straight.
He's a really nice guy. Boring.
Yeah. But see, the thing is, I prefer that over Alex.
Where the messy gay guys who you could tell were doing coke a lot and they kind of were in and out of a relationship and kind of like semi doing porn together. Hilarious to watch.
Right. But do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's I could tolerate. I could say, okay, you're a snooze, but he's actively trying to get camera time too.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
He's exhausting to me. So y'all, Lindsay announced that she has munched box, and her box has been munched.
Yes. Yes.
So that was necessary to hear.
Yes.
I enjoyed hearing that.
Yes. She's a muncher. I would say not Munchausen.
Yeah, with the
She's
muncher
just a
mouth.
Munchausen. Yeah, my name is
She has Munchausen's by proxy.
by proxy. I don't know. What
She
is
has
Munchausen?
Munchausen's
Isn't that a terrible disease?
It's a horrible thing.
okay.
Yeah, that mothers make their children sick for attention.
Oh yes,
themselves.
that's what. Oh yeah. That's not it at all.
No, it's a horrible thing.
Horrible thing.
She has munched boxins.
Munchboxins.
Yeah. So the other thing you need to
Not
know.
familiar. I've never been afflicted with that.
No. The other thing you need to know is that Carl is getting very flirty with Ciara.
Yes.
And the feeling is mutual.
Nothing happens with Amanda and Kyle.
No, they basically say after the big blow up that Amanda says, I need to have a conversation when we're back in New York, not now, because he won't listen to that.
He's not sober. And the only thing I want to say that we'll come back to is in this episode, Kyle completely blames Amanda for it all. He does say in this, when he's upset and crying and really drunk, that it's like she's not present in this relationship to him at all. She doesn't want to work.
Right.
She doesn't want to hang out with him. He feels like she just wants to get married, but like he does all the work, all the pressure's on him.
Right.
He feels like it's on him.
Now,
and he says nothing ever about his drinking.
Right. He
That's important to know.
But I agree. I understand what you're saying. I'm saying that they aren't even speaking the same language.
Yes.
When it comes to their relationship
it all
problems.
comes back in the conversation they have in episode 3.
So,
in their fucking gigantic New York apartment.
it's ridiculous, isn't it?
It's so huge.
So
you look at their apartment compared to like Ciara's moving out of her apartment. Probably she got money from the show now, so but her apartment before is just a normal little.
I don't know where they are. It looks like a fucking Tribeca loft or some shit like that.
Looks huge.
Yeah. So my number 4 thing, Robert, Danielle's boyfriend, is there, and we're still trying to make Robert happen. Even though I like him,
You don't think Robert and Danielle are going to happen?
No, I'm trying to say stop trying to make Robert a cast member.
Oh, I agree. He's too normal. And it's just he's not a crazy
Doesn't
chef.
love camera time.
Yeah, it's not. I agree. Stop trying to make Robert happen.
I'm glad that they're together.
Yeah.
Even when he is on camera, he's not giving anything.
No.
He's just not. That's not him.
No.
I'm surprised the producers say, Danielle, if you want to have a boyfriend, you're going to have to get someone more camera
ready. Which is interesting because Maya, and she talks about Maya did date a famous chef.
Yeah.
Who's like a celebrity television chef. I think he was on.
Yeah, he was on Top Chef.
And
Kwame.
So she that was her boyfriend of 5 years, and we find out that she was engaged, and she says to
He was an asshole on that show.
well, and all the girls are out together, and they're like, what happened? She said, basically, she's like, I lived in his shadow. He was popular and successful.
Yeah.
It was never about me. And she said, and also the same issues kept popping up over and over and over for 5 years. And Amanda's just sitting there like going, these are the same things popping over. And I think that I just want to say one thing that Amanda and Paige kind of had this conversation, this kind of come to Jesus. Because y'all, it's very clear, at least from the way it's very clear in the house. None of the women think Amanda should marry Kyle.
No.
And Paige even says, and Amanda says, I just don't know. What if this doesn't change when we get married? And I can't. And Paige says, I know this is super scary, but is it less scary to call off a wedding rather than in 15 years from now hate your fucking life? What's scarier?
I liked that term.
That is a great way to just think about things. You're like, I'm really scared to do this now, and ask yourself, in 10 years from now, 5 years from now, am I going to be glad I did this, or am I going to be more upset about the consequences I accepted?
Let me bring something back that this is not going to be a popular thing to say, but who has never liked Amanda and Kyle together and has told Amanda that Kyle is not right for her and they should not get married?
Hannah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's going to be rejoicing if this ever happens.
Well, and spoiler alert, we already talked about this.
They're married.
They get married. Do I think they'll last for a bit? I do. I think they're going to have a kid or two.
I think it's a starter marriage.
But I think they're going to have babies because Amanda wants babies.
She'll be fed up.
I wouldn't be surprised if they have, because remember Kyle is older.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to have
She'll get fed up.
babies, and then they'll divorce when the kids are around 10 and 8.
Younger.
Okay. Well, it depends on if it's drinking, because we'll talk about it.
It's going to be infidelity.
I think he has a problem. I for sure think he has a problem with alcohol. I think he definitely.
But I'm saying the infidelity is emotional infidelity.
Yeah.
It's not. It's because you can already see he's not getting what he needs from Amanda emotionally.
I could see him drinking a lot and then being married and not fixing it, and her actually falling in love with another man. Because she's just so checked out of their relationship.
Maybe, but how is that going to be possible for what she does and for what he does? He's always out meeting people.
Yeah, that's true. He is always out.
So,
but if he's always out meeting people, your mom watches a kid and you go suck a dick. What?
That's not what's going to happen.
Their kids get older. People aren't always with their kids. Their kids go to school. You meet parents.
I think he will. He's already been unfaithful.
Maybe they both will. I'm just saying. I think they both have it in them to be.
See, I think she's much more traditional than that.
I don't think
because any other woman would have left by now. But Amanda wants to be a mom. She wants to control things. She has an impulse.
I disagree with
her.
any other woman because I know.
I should say any other woman in the house. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say but I know women, and I know personally in my life right now.
Yeah,
I can think of 2 women in particular that need to be gone, that are still in these situations right now. So, but best wishes, happy marriage. Hope it goes well.
I think it's the start of marriage for sure.
So
not for him, for her.
Okay. Do you have any more things to talk about this episode?
Yeah.
I have one other thing, but you go ahead. I'm testing you. I want to see if you remember to bring it up.
It was the girl who screamed "fuck you" at Andre and kicked him in the face.
Oh, I forgot about that. Thanks for bringing it up.
And this was, y'all, he was genuinely like shocked.
Well, he shouldn't have. I guess he threw her in the pool.
With her phone.
Y'all, you shouldn't
Don't
throw
do that.
anybody in a pool and didn't ask. He was like crazy drunk and just grabbed somebody and threw them in. So he wasn't deserved to be kicked in the face, but he did.
Don't kick people in the face.
Don't kick people in the face. And
Especially on camera.
Yes, but she did. She kicked him in the face and like bloodied his nose.
And it kind of, I think really attractive people are so horrified when they see, it was a shock to their system when people are mean to them.
Maybe.
Yeah.
He was completely like.
Yeah.
Like
it affected him too.
Crying when it just trying, and I guess it is important in this episode. He and Paige kind of have this like moment in the bed. They're very acting like a couple in the bed, laying together, cuddling, all this kind of stuff.
That's basically all I had. Is there another moment?
Can't believe you forgot this, y'all. Ciara's drunk and she's talking at the pool and she's talking about Carl and she's like, I'm obsessed with Carl. She's like, and I want him so fucking much. And he has a huge thing and I know it.
We knew it too.
I know, but to have this finally called out on this show.
Oh yeah.
It's huge.
It's big.
It's big.
I don't think it's like a huge monster dick.
Lindsay Hubbs doesn't settle for just boyfriend dick.
But I think it is. It's substantial and it's beautiful.
I think it's girthy and meaty like his legs, like his thighs.
It's longer than girthy, I would say.
I think it's all of the things we want.
It's his ears that give that away.
I think it's a magical cock.
Magic cock, show me your wonder. Magic cock, take me away. Take me to fuck mountain. Take me away to a rally where you can plow me in the asshole. Magic cock. I don't know what key you were in, but
I want to do something dissonant.
I didn't like that.
Well, I did. Anyway, y'all, that's it except for Danielle and Robert getting the fight at the end. And this is important.
Because we need something to do.
Because Danielle's like, you're never around. She's dating a fucking chef. He's never going to be around. He's opening a restaurant.
I will.
She's never going to be around.
Maya tells this to him. The hours you're saying that he's keeping, she's like, those are pretty good hours for someone opening a restaurant. So
this is for him. He is opening a restaurant in New York. This is the equivalent of like Jake and I getting a show, not on cable because we can't do that.
Public access.
But let's say like HBO, Showtime says, hey, we want you to do a reality recap show at 11 o'clock at night or whatever, the stream. And one of our like boyfriends or partners saying like, I don't ever get to see... sometimes your life is out of balance when things are important in your life.
Actually, it'd be more than that. It'd be a reality recap at night and then a talk show in the morning.
Yeah.
That's what it would be like.
Because this is opening a restaurant in New York City.
Yeah.
Jake and I even noticed when we were just there how the food is so great everywhere. And we were at lunch with our ACAST network. We love them. And they were talking about it. And they said it's so competitive in New York. The rent's so high.
Yep.
And that
if you're not amazing, you don't survive.
You don't have to be amazing. You do not survive.
And like we have really great restaurants here, but we have a lot of restaurants that they're sort of like right in the middle.
I think in the middle. I think a lot of LA restaurants get off with like pretty ambiance.
Yeah.
They're a pretty restaurant. They have a pretty little courtyard.
Yeah.
That shit doesn't fly in New York.
Yep.
Y'all, because when it's 12 degrees outside and there's a foot of snow, you want fucking good food.
That's true.
I don't have anything else for that last episode.
But I think it's interesting because them dating at this time right now, I don't know if it is something that she's going to get over.
No, because it isn't just going to be she doesn't see him for like a couple of months or 6 months. It's like he's in this for like 3 years.
Yeah.
It's a long haul.
I think she's going to have to become okay with knowing with the time that she spends with him because there's no more time because he doesn't have it.
No.
And I think that's what he's trying to get across to her. She's not really understanding it. So
anyway.
Yeah, because I don't see him as the kind who would actively not show her attention just because of all the big spread that I just said spread. All the spread that he did for her.
Hey, give me that spread. You can't even do your Rodney voice, can you?
Spread. It's the best I can do.
That's sad.
I know.
So
let's jump into this next episode. This was called...
We talked so long about that, though. Let's take a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll talk about episode 3. All right. Episode 3 of season 6, Heartbreak in the Hamptons.
In the Hamptons.
In the Hamptons.
Those larva guys have to be like shredded for 3 months, and I have to do this my whole life.
It's so hard. He's so fucking boring.
It's like it's more than that.
This man is horrible in bed.
It's obnoxious. Like he says stuff and doesn't realize how ridiculous it sounds.
I do think it's a dick because last episode in the party, remember when the girl was kind of talking to him?
Yes, he was a dick.
And she said something to him that he wasn't interested in, and he just said, oh, she described her type. She's like, well, my type's this and this and that. And he just said to her right to her face, okay, not me.
Not me. I'll see ya.
And like, bye, and just walked away.
It's like you can. I can't believe I'm saying this because I know it's true. I love a little dickishness, but you've got to be really fucking charming to have dickishness and be able to get by with it.
I think he also suffers from and he talked about this. I don't remember which episode, but he talked about growing up the whole Asian standard of being really
humble, blah blah blah,
humble, but also being perfect and everything, and he had to learn this and he had to learn that. So he brought it. So I do think he is he probably feels very insecure and also thinks that he's probably never going to be happy with someone because he's always looking for the perfect person.
Yeah,
to be perfect.
Well, tell that to your therapist. Don't be on my television show.
But he's just. I mean, I think he's a dick. I think when I say he's boring, you say he's not that, and I'm like, he can be both.
Yeah,
I'm very bored by him when he comes on the television.
No, I'm saying
because a dick, someone who's a dick and acts dickish to people, could be actually who stood their ground in dickishness could be boring. But he's just
that's right in the middle of
Yeah, he's just bleh.
Yeah,
it is boring kind of toast.
That. It's.
Because if he was a real dick to people, you would want to have sex with him.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But but to be a dick on television and for people to have at least it's like Jax from Vanderpump Rules. Most people hate Jax, but there is a part because he's a dick, but he's got a lot of personality. Mm-hmm. I can't stand him. But you don't have any idea who I'm talking about.
Not familiar.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't have any. But that's it. He has no personality.
Yeah. And so there's nothing really to be charmed by. It's hard. I just
And he's not gay, and he's not a bottom, because his ass is amazing, and I'm sure it's really smooth like Craig's, and you could just eat ice cream on it and shit like that. But he won't even, because at least then you'll have a bottom who lays there, and you can just do stuff to him.
Yeah.
You can't even do that to him.
except you would just bounce up and down on it.
Oh, it'd be like two similar magnets. We just repel each other.
So that was my first one. What's your first tea bag?
My first tea bag is that I think what do you think of Carl and just the whole? It's kind of a grand, but like I think all throughout this episode are conversations peppered of Carl and Ciara.
I think the show is trying really hard to make it happen.
Bing, 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 bing,
and
bing.
it's not going to happen.
That's what I think too, and I think that I think Ciara just wants to fuck Carl.
Yeah, and she's enjoying having her single summer, and Carl is at a different place in his sobriety where he is really looking. He's looking for something that's probably. He's not like having a hot sub summer.
Hubs. I want her to say it every episode. Every episode.
And I think he's taking his time.
Yes.
And he doesn't really want anything.
He's 6 months sober, July 4th. He's 6
so
months
I think
sober.
he's being a lot more intentional with what he does.
Yeah,
we see that later on when it's like, yeah, you and Austin had a thing. He's like, I've done 3-way relationships, kind of away from that. So he's learning.
Well, and also when the moment for me is when he said I'm 6 months sober. And then you see drunk Ciara jump on top of him.
She tried.
And I'm going, yeah, this doesn't work. Mm-hmm. He's 6 months. And you're like drunk going, wait, sober. Like,
well, that's what you do when you're drunk.
I know. That's what I've seen you do when you're drunk.
No, I'm just like, ew, get away.
I've been that drunk. But yeah, when that happened, I was like, yeah. And also, too, I know we haven't, but the way, y'all, it's the way of like, you see this with Paige later on. We'll talk about this, but Ciara, you can tell Ciara has feelings for Austin.
Yeah, she does.
She is into Austin,
and I really wish she didn't.
And I really wish but she does not have this. It is not even close.
No,
with
she
Carl.
wants to fuck Carl to get it out of her system.
Yeah,
yeah, I know. Trust me, I've tried. Y'all, if you got feelings for somebody, you can't just get it fucked out by a 6'5" dick. Unfortunately. It takes more to fuck out feelings.
It's still worth trying.
No, I would highly encourage it.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it's still not the cure.
No.
You have fun while you're doing it.
No.
Yep.
In fact, sometimes you might need a cure after you fuck them.
You might need to do it again.
You might need
10
an
or 12
antibiotic.
times.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
You might need another shot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Big, long needle shot in your butt.
Doctor, I'm here for that steroid shot again. Okay, Matt. Well, so...
do you have your card and we'll punch it?
This has kind of happened. I'm going to go again just because it really isn't a big moment, but I just want to say to you, I am so sorry. I am so sorry that you almost had to see someone throw away vodka.
That was my next one. I had to pause and say, what are you, fucking stupid?
Y'all.
Okay, who hasn't seen a Western where
Poodle's
they've
never
used
gonna love Alex
liquor
now.
or alcohol to disinfect something? It doesn't go bad. Even if you leave the cap off, it evaporates. Vodka especially.
Vodka?
Wine, maybe. Vodka's not going to go bad.
Wine will go bad.
Yeah.
Oxygen. Yeah. Wine. Vodka doesn't go bad.
What the fuck? Obviously, he's sheltered and doesn't know that.
Well, like you said in a party, it's interesting conversations that he turns red when he drinks.
Who would pour out vodka?
I'm so sorry you had to see it. I am so sorry.
Did you see Lindsay's? Why would you do? What?
Why would you do that?
And Paige is like, is there any more pizza out there? I'd eat that.
I ate that.
God,
I'm so sorry.
I can't get over it.
I knew that was horrific for you to see.
I was triggered.
I know you're going to probably talk to a therapist about it. It's going to be a lot of emotion.
I'm going to have to process that.
Who's Tracy? We talked to Luke about that.
I just like that Lindsay could not get past it. Like, she was like me. She's like, why would you do that?
I mean, nobody else could too.
No.
In the house. Paige and they were like, what the fuck?
They should string him up. Don't do that ever. Get a rope.
Get a rope.
That reminds me, we did talk to, you did explain who's Tracy to Luke.
Yeah, and
I
he's
don't
like,
think he got it.
He's like, oh, I kind of remember that. Kind of.
Even though he was in the scene, y'all.
You know what he said? He's like, Tracy's my friend's girlfriend.
They're all so fucking drunk on this show.
Because he did remember it.
They hardly remember anything that would happen.
Yeah.
And I can't, it's like when somebody comes up to us at the live show and they say, at the meet and greet, which is wonderful. Y'all, we had a really good time at the meet and greet. So we really enjoy doing that.
I've been hugging people. I was shocked.
I hope that some people,
but don't come up and expect me to hug you. I still might not do it.
hopefully, now I will say, y'all, at the meet and greets, we don't just rush you through. So I know some people are like, there's a
We
line
try not
that's long.
to.
People pay money. So we try to like have a couple of minutes with each person.
Talk to you and
Talk to
take a
you, yeah.
picture and
Exactly.
just sit with you a little bit.
Yeah, a little. It's nice. We love it actually. Oh shit with a bit. Oh, but it is like some of the meetings. Sometimes they'll say, "Hey, do you remember when you said on this episode?" I'm like, "No, we don't. We remember very few things.
They usually come to me for that because
Mm-hmm.
you can't remember yesterday.
No, I can't.
Even me, I'm just like
We
don't
record
remember.
like 10 hours of podcast a week.
Yeah.
And we've done this for 2 years straight. That's like what, 10 hours?
You're gonna have
times
to ask Eliza
52?
about that.
We talk
She'll-
like
she'll-
50,000.
she'll remember that.
Eliza will remember. I just looked too on the other day on our stats and everything. Since we started this 90-day show, we have over 10 million downloads of our show. Wow. We've done a lot of shit. So how are we going to
How
remember?
many hours have we done?
Don't make
1,000?
Don't make me count them, or I'm going to go jump off that bridge.
God, I've spent a lot of time with you.
Yeah, same.
Never will get that back.
We're never going to get that back. You know what? I'm grateful for
I need
it.
to rethink everything. Is it too late to change careers again? Is it too late for my fifth act?
My fifth act.
Can I be a flower arranger?
I think you'd be a good. Well, no, you're allergic.
I know.
You're allergic. Might as well herd cats. Just be sneezing the whole time.
so-
What's your next one?
Well, I did say it, but I'll say the next one. Okay, so we're back in New York. Kyle and Amanda are talking about Loverboy and the mock-ups and designs. Excuse me. Y'all forgive my voice. I know it's rough. We're getting through this together.
We are.
Hopefully I'm going to be on vocal rest the rest of the night and hopefully a little bit tomorrow. But we've got 1,000 fucking shows to catch up on.
Well, you don't have to call anyone too, because you don't have your phone.
Yeah.
Because some guy's driving around in a lift and hasn't answered us for 2
Yeah,
days.
y'all, my phone, it's just in a lift somewhere. I'm never taking Lyft again. Y'all, rise up for me. Tweet Lyft
I think.
and say, Lyft, are you okay with drivers not returning items that people leave in their cars?
It's a 7-year-old phone.
It's the principle of the thing.
But you,
Says the army, rise up.
But you have a new phone that you bought a
I'm
year
like
ago.
fucking Trump right now.
You-
There's gonna be a protest.
There's gonna be a pro. Yeah, you bought a phone a year ago and you just never got it connected. So you actually have a new phone.
Sissies, I'm going to need you to tweet and saying Lyft doesn't care about their passengers or their belongings.
Please don't tag Reality Gaze Pod in this, but you're more than welcome to talk. tag
Says
Jake and
Reality
Becky.
Gaze Pod.
I tweeted Lyft,
Where is
and they're responding. They're trying.
hashtag accountability?
I should put my phone out. What if he called? He did.
So my thing is, y'all, don't be when your fiance is in a startup. Don't be his employee.
No.
I can't. You might think it's a good idea because you get to work together. Not with these two people.
No.
She's never going to feel valued. He's never going to think you're doing enough.
Nope, never, ever, ever.
He's also going to see his relationship played out in a mirror with your business relationship because that's the only way he can see
Because
things.
here's the deal, y'all. How we handle our personal relationships, we often bring a lot of those things into business relationships as well.
Yep.
A lot of people don't realize that, but if it's somewhere, it's everywhere. But you're right. That's it makes it even magnified.
Yep. You could not pay me enough money to work for Kyle Cook. You could not pay me.
No, because I just think the thing about Kyle, Kyle doesn't, and this is the same, y'all think about it. He does this in personal relationships, in the house with everybody else. It's really why he and Hannah went at each other so much. Kyle doesn't take responsibility for things.
Nope.
He doesn't.
And he thinks no one else takes any responsibility.
Yes. So, and what the problem is, why this is a bad situation, y'all, when you're an alcoholic or you're struggling with alcoholism, and I think he is, the first thing you have to do is you have to take responsibility. Yep. Now, you might say, I don't think he's an alcoholic. And he probably would say, I don't drink every day.
Yep.
That's not what it's about.
It's
about
your relationship,
your relationship
to alcohol.
with alcohol. And we've seen time and time and time again, he abuses alcohol. I also think, I'm just saying this now, if he doesn't get this fixed, Carl and Kyle are not going to work as a business partner.
I can see that.
The more, because I know a lot of friends that they say, hey, I think I'm an alcoholic, and they start going to a program or they start doing, and they take responsibility for their lives in a different way. And they first think, I can be friends with my old my old friends that I used to get not just drink, but trashed with. But then they're going to realize, oh, wait, I can't do that. And I think 2 years from now, if Carl is still on this path of sobriety, it's not going to work.
But Kyle is also saying, I just don't think you realize what I'm having to do. And I think Amanda knows exactly what he's having to do.
He's like, I took out this loan, $4.2 million. And
she knows that.
It's what's interesting. What he's saying has nothing.
Absolutely none.
Has nothing to do with what she's talking
Right.
about. She is just talking about. She's actually much more simplistic in what she's saying.
And
she's saying you drink and you abuse your drinking and you act horrible when you drink too much.
And do you know?
Full stop.
Do you know what that I took out a loan of $4 million says? I'm scared. That's what he's trying to say
and
to
he
her.
actually doesn't
but he
say
can't.
He can't. Doesn't say the whole time. He just talks about it's pressure. It's
right.
But he never says, I'm scared that I'm not going to make this work. I'm scared I'm going to fail. I'm scared I'm a failure.
And guess what happens? He gets emotional about it, and then she becomes his mom.
Exactly.
And that cycle, you guys, is what they will always do.
This is the cycle. I just want to say, it's
codependence.
It's codependent, but it's also kind of this is therapy talk a little bit, but this is the word for it. It's a beautiful representation. It's a textbook perfect representation of the cycle of alcohol abuse and how, not just for the person, but this is why people who know people, this is why people go to Al-Anon.
Yeah.
And Al-Anon, and people ask, what's Al-Anon? That's for people that you or have somebody in your life who is an alcoholic. Because we see in just 5 minutes, suddenly, instead of her addressing the alcoholism and addressing the issue, addressing her needs, she dropped all of her needs and comforted him.
Yeah.
And it became about him, because that's what happens. It always is about them and making sure they're okay.
Yeah. This was hard to watch for me.
But their personality are set to, Amanda is a caregiver.
Yep.
She's always rushing to take care of everybody. I know, because I was Amanda. I have that personality trait in me. So it was hard to watch, but again, you guys, if you think you're in this situation in your life, I encourage you, watch their segment again and see if you relate to that. And if you do, I would recommend either going to an AA meeting or Al-Anon or looking into something.
And it might not even just be alcohol. It might even be drug abuse or gambling,
feud, porn,
Yeah.
gambling, just any type of addiction.
Yeah.
Gaming.
Yeah. Because you're seeing
Camming late at night on picklefinder.net.
Not familiar. Not familiar.
Poodle, I need you awake for this podcast. I'm gonna try, buddy. I've got 200 subscribers.
Just one more Bitcoin.
And they all want me to cam.
Just one more Bitcoin. I got this sheik in Saudi Arabia. He's this close from giving me another 2 Bitcoin. Just got to get on the slide.
Get on the slide.
Mm-hmm. And wear a diaper twice.
Wear a diaper. I just have to shit myself.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He's on the rope.
I know we belabored that point, but this is where
No. I
this
think
is actually the type of reality TV, the moments I like when we actually can draw from parts of it into our own life.
No, this was just, I think the other thing he and you guys, what he does at the end is he completely apologizes because he finally gets vulnerable enough to say what he really feels. And he thinks he believes it, but he's just saying it because he does it every time. He apologizes, but he's going to do it again.
He's going to do it again. Their relationship will never
Probably
work out
the next weekend.
Yeah. Unless he not the next weekend. I give it like 3 weeks or a month, but he will do it again this summer. Unless he gets sober or takes a major responsibility and drinks less, it's not, their relationship's never going to work.
I agree with you.
Yeah. It's never going to work.
And
it sucks too, because if he could, his relationship will be better. I guarantee his business will be better.
I think it's interesting that Bravo has really gone all in on this relationship. And we're seeing, but we've seen cracks in it before. Mm-hmm. But this is just wow.
And it really, it's textbook, y'all, because as we said, it's that same thing. If all of your friends see something and all of your friends are saying something. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why Hannah left the show is because Bravo really does, they put Kyle and she wanted to leave the show. But they put, she has her fucking weird ass boyfriend who brainwashed her.
God, talk about a toxic boyfriend.
Fuck. Dez is toxic. But Kyle and Amanda, they do kind of put them up on this show. And y'all, I don't know if they said this, but when we did that interview with Giggly Squad, they said to us like that I don't know if they said this on air or not. I think they did. If not, I'm telling a teabag. But I remember them saying that like Kyle thinks it's his show.
Yeah, they did say that. I think they did say it on the air.
I feel like, but Kyle thinks this is his show when it clearly is not, but he thinks it is.
They kind of marketed it that way.
Bravo markets it some.
He's been in every season.
So I feel like that I definitely see why Kyle, maybe Lindsay thinks that too. But because she's like such an anchor of it.
She's happy to be there.
I think she is too.
She's happy to be there and show her nipple. God, I love her.
I know. I love her too.
I will say, when I was talking with my best friend, Luke Gulbranson, your best friend.
You're shameless.
We talked about, I was just kind of like just pumping him for information. And of course I asked, how are Hubs and Carl really not? And he's like, I can't say anything. But I said, Lynn's, and he's like, she's like my best girl. She's like, she is exactly how she is. What you see is what you get.
What you see is what you get.
She's like her. She's like what you don't sometimes see. She does all kinds of weird little things that sometimes the cameras get. She's like, but she's just like the most interesting person. She's like, she's so quirky.
I love her.
She's the most loyal person you will ever meet. She loves her friends more than anybody else.
She is loyal. We're gonna see that later.
Yep.
It often that's
what's
what comes back and
what's your
bites her.
next one?
Okay, let's get into. We're gonna start talking about Craig and all that. I just want to say, so they're talking a little bit about it's Friday and everyone's heading out and they're talking about if Austin's coming. Ciara says he's not. She's bummed, but they're saying that Craig is coming. Then they show that, in fact, Craig and Paige had a date in New York the night before. They have a date, and y'all, they end up...
He looks good now. He lost a little weight.
Yeah. They end up making out in an elevator.
It's hot.
And it's hot.
Craig always gives me like, and I say this in the nicest way because we're both like femmy little gay boys. Mm-hmm. Craig always gives me the most kind of like femmy vibe, but I'm so attracted to him.
The way he kissed Paige,
I know,
was hot.
Oh,
Ooh.
I know.
That was my tea. That was it. The whole point of that was just to tell you how hot he looked kissing her.
I want to say one thing. This is like a mini tea bag. Carl says, "Yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit of a dad bod," and that's when I almost threw myself down a flight of stairs. Because if Carl has a dad bod, what are we?
What that means is it's just he just has like a 1-pack instead of
He's
8.
so hot though.
I think we have. If Carl has a dad bod, I don't want to say what we have. Hippo bods.
We look like the
Elephants?
Mucinex troll.
Yeah, they've used just less slimy.
Yeah.
That's us.
So I want to talk about this is really interesting because so of course Andrea y'all is all in his head about Craig coming because he's heard all these rumors. And Craig, Andy takes Craig aside because they were like friends. And he's like, so like,
well, I want to say we saw again. Why didn't they show this in Boring Winter House?
yeah,
There
they're
was
like bro time.
All these scenes of them, like him and Austin in a hot tub, like
Yeah.
doing all of these like
Alpha Zeta Alpha fraternity.
Yes, they really. So I thought that was a really shitty miss in storytelling.
I
of
agree.
Not building that friendship up to pay
Well,
off.
no, we were too busy telling the love stories between Andy and Paige and the worst one, Ciara and Austin.
Yet we didn't. We needed to spend time of showing Luke building an igloo.
Yeah, I know. Well, we got to give him something to do. But so
Anyway, yeah, go
Andy
ahead.
pulls him aside and he says, "Listen, I tried to talk with you. I called you about these Paige rumors," and Craig was like, "I didn't pick up that phone.
He's like, I didn't know what to do because
I was nervous about
I was
it.
nervous about that." And Andy was like,
This pushed us apart." And I went, "This is the love story."
he's like, I missed you. And it's funny.
Craig always has his real strongest relationships are with other men, not
It's
with
funny
women.
that you said that because when I was watching this,
Yeah.
my computer screen, maybe I need to get a new
Mine
MacBook.
too.
It kind of went,
Let's see what happens.
yeah, it kind of went, and then like, in fact, I don't even think I'm going to narrate. I think actually we have some audio from that right now.
Oh
and-
yeah, I can fill in with what I saw
Okay,
too.
so and
I'll be on and Andrea. I'll
okay,
read it.
sure. I'll yeah. Or you won't be him. Your
I'll
voice
be
might sound
voice.
like him, but it's actually
Yeah.
Andy. Okay, and let's play.
Oh, Craig, I really
Yeah.
missed you.
Oh, dang it! I love
we had
sitting-
such a good time
Oh,
in
yes.
in Vermont.
I love the way you say Vermont. It's
Vermonte.
so cute. It's
Vermonte.
so
It's
cute.
got an E at the
You
end.
have the perfect nose. I love sitting
Thank
in
you.
bed with you.
I love
And,
how your eyes are tiny,
Yes.
like beautiful holes in Parmesan cheese.
Oh, I love cheese. I love cheese.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm so sorry that
Just like when you said you would not trade cheese for a blowjob.
did I say that? 'Cause
You did.
I did say that, but if it was with you, I think maybe I would
You mean
reconsider.
my blowjob for you?
Yeah, maybe have you.
I don't
Hey,
know. Are you talking
can I
about us doing something
maybe
together?
I'm gonna reach over and grab my water, but I don't have my pants on. I don't want you to. Don't look at my asshole. My really smooth.
It is so smooth. It is so smooth.
Really? There's
like the coast of Amalfi.
There's no hair there at all.
No.
No,
It
it's
is
just
like thousands of years of
Yeah.
ocean water has rubbed your asshole
Yeah.
clean and dry and hairless.
Oh, I just dropped this bottle
Oh,
of baby oil.
hold on.
by it. You want to put it on it?
It is like if I come closer, can I hear the ocean?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
the asshole is speaking to me.
Yes. You want a pillow?
And sing.
That's what I saw too.
It's really kind of a sweet moment, I thought.
I didn't know Andy loved to use so many metaphors.
He is Italian. He misses home. Didn't get to go there this summer.
Yeah, he didn't get to go there.
Yeah.
He's missing it.
Yeah. But I was about to go into a whole thing about the Lower Pyrenees and the Alps, which I think are in France. Piemonte. That's what I was going to talk about. Piemonte.
Sadly, I think there's going to be scenes again. So
But he did say, and Craig's like, I want my friend back.
Yeah, he
So like, it's so interesting because the men in Summer House often make, the women do too, but the men make such close friendships.
They do.
And I like
the women do too, actually.
We've talked about this before, is that we're always flummoxed by straight male friendships because that just neither of us had intimate straight friends or a ton of them.
Only had one.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
And so,
I mean, two, but we don't talk now, and I think he was closeted, but one. Well, yeah. I guess the one.
lovely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sad.
Sad.
What's your next one?
I think really my next, it's not, we don't need to talk about a lot, but just plot-wise, you should know. Y'all, Robert shows up to surprise Danielle. 'cause
Stop
it's their
trying to
1 year
make Robert happen.
Yeah, it's their 1 year
This
anniversary.
was sweet, though.
And he like put up a thing in the pool house, and like he surprised her with a picnic table. It was really, really cute. It was really sweet. And my favorite, the whole thing about this is that I love two things. Amanda looked at Kyle and she's like, oh my gosh, can you pretend that you're not coming to the Hamptons and then surprise me? And Kyle, with no emotion, goes, sure. At the same time, Lindsay just looks around. She's like, I don't get it. What happened?
She does.
I don't get it. It was very clear and easy what happened. Like, you could very easily discern what happened.
It's like how when we tagged her in Who's Tracy,
she's like, I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I don't remember.
I love her.
I love her.
So y'all, to further this out, Paige is making out with Craig. They're out of the club in front of Andy.
Well, someone does dare them to kiss.
Yeah, that's true.
But they're acting like a couple. And again, it's a different.
Even Lindsay says this is messy.
This is messy. Hubs is like, this shit is, and y'all, Hubs is the queen of messy.
I know.
Like, no one knows messy more than Hubs. No one.
And we love her for it.
And we love her for it. But again, it's the difference of what we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
She is, you can tell. And the thing is, Paige keeps saying, I'm not really that into him. I'm not really that into him. But
So
then
she's trying to
they get
distance
to the
it.
house.
Yeah.
Because this is, I guess, the rumor that Craig had been fucking.
Lindsay said that Craig or Austin had been fucking Kristen Cavallari,
Yes.
who has been making the rounds for reality show men
She has.
or husbands of reality show women.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Who was it?
Well, it was her husband was supposedly with Madison.
Yes. So everybody was like, they thought, fucked
And
Austin.
then Austin and Craig were hanging out with her.
But y'all remember, Lindsay and Austin are really good friends.
Yes.
And talk all the time. And Lindsay's like, I just talked to Craig today. And she told Lindsay, or I just talked to Austin today. And she told Paige, I need to let you know, Craig is the one who fucked Kristen Cavallari.
Yeah, because remember, she's loyal, y'all. And
this is in private. There's no camera
Yeah.
there. We just have the audio. I think Paige starts crying.
Yeah.
And she says, I'm such a fool.
Yep.
And then Lindsay goes, oh, fuck, you really like him.
Yeah.
And Paige finally admits and says, yes.
Yeah.
This was kind of riveting.
This was just Paige's most authentic and
Yep.
vulnerable moment
we've
that
ever
she's
seen
had.
Paige.
Yeah.
I will say, Paige is better TV without Hannah.
I agree. 100%.
I think she feels pressure to be something and be someone to Hannah, protect
Yeah,
Hannah.
she does.
And I think that she can be more of herself when she's not with Hannah.
She feels pressure to be the funny girl. She feels pressure to be the funny girl with Hannah.
Yeah.
And she still feels pressure to be the funny girl because that's who she is. Yeah. But she doesn't usually want to show any vulnerability.
It was, so Lindsay, then, I mean, we can kind of just talk about a little bit of plot point. It just
And
kind
of course, Craig gets extremely pissed off. And one of the things Craig does.
Lindsay talked to Craig, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lindsay went and talked to Craig.
And Craig gets very angry at Lindsay because
Lindsay's drunk, we should say. Hubs is super drunk. So is Craig.
When Craig is angry,
He
lashes out at anyone who's in front of him.
Remember, y'all,
it's his worst quality.
He's emotional and he's an attorney.
Yes.
So he knows how to go for the jugular
Yeah.
and hurt somebody right where.
Who's never really passed the bar, I believe, but that's okay.
No, he did.
Oh, he did pass the bar?
Remember, he has his own
That's
line.
right.
He just opened his
I
own
forgot
law
about
firm
that.
like a year ago.
Keep doing the pillows, honey, Craigie.
I think
you're
I'd
doing
pick
great.
another attorney.
Yes. But yeah.
So so Lindsay
This is
talks to him,
drama.
and then it happens with Craig just going, "Why did you listen to Lindsay? Why did you listen
She's
to
a
Lindsay?"
loser.
This is where I think Maya,
And he calls Austin a loser.
and he calls Austin the loser. Like, he gets so jealous. And this is where I think, because he says to Paige, "Why are you so weak to listen to Lindsay?"
Yeah, it's awful.
And he really goes in on her. And this is where I was like, she doesn't say it. She doesn't get angry, but she does say to him, like, she's not weak. You
Yeah.
need to not call her that. And she shuts the door on Craig, and Craig storms off. And she turns to Paige and she said, "You know he was gaslighting you."
Yeah.
And he was. None of that. And like, I think that's why if shit like this keeps happening, I think
I'm
I think
interested
she
to
could
see
step
that.
in.
I wish she was a little more ingratiated in the group before she does it, because it does seem like
Yeah, but you kind of, if you're new on a reality show, you kind of have to jump into the group if you want to be. That's what
but
you have
that
to do.
Makes it feel less authentic, though.
You have to, though. You're on reality TV.
I get it.
You wouldn't care about these people in real life, but if you were being paid to be on a reality
I
show,
would be
you
in
would be
every
all
camera
into it.
frame. Y'all, if I ever get on Big Brother, they'll either figure out who I am real quick, or
Did you ever apply?
yes. But
Well,
I don't
the
think
other dude is celebrity, so maybe you'll be on the
yeah,
next
I'll be
one.
the next one. But
If you know
here's the
someone at
thing.
Big Brother, y'all at CBS, put in a word for Poodle.
They
You would be great.
They would. Oh, I'd either be like the first or second person out.
I'd have to podcast with somebody for 2 months.
Although
so I'd
I'd
figure
have
that
some
out.
chill. It would be worth it for the listeners we would get.
It would be-
Trust me.
Ooh,
So you shut the fuck up.
wait, you
If I'm on Big Brother,
wait. You said you acted like that would be bad for me. It would be like a joy. I could do what
what
I
I'm
want
saying.
for 2 months. You'll come back and the show will be rebranded. It'll be called reality. It'll be called Reality Gaze with a Z.
it'll be called Poodle's Lowdown with Maddie. Reality star, Big Brother star. Poodle.
Yeah,
And maybe Maddie.
and maybe Maddie.
He's over there in the corner with the seal that goes honk honk.
I think
We let him do that.
I think you get to the top 3 easily,
I think you're right. The top.
or you would flame out in the first 3 episodes.
Well, the thing is,
because
I
of a
would
straight guy who flirted with you. And
I would do
manipulated you.
really well with the mental challenges. I do really with the puzzle challenges.
But
The physical challenges would be harder, but y'all don't know how much I like to win.
this is what would be. Maybe it's different with money on the line. But if you folded to a hot straight guy the way you fucking folded to Luke at Watch What Crappens, that's your weakness. That is your weakness.
That would be an alliance I would make very early on, because gay guys need to do that.
But they might fuck you over at the end. I'm afraid.
No. But by the end, it doesn't matter. It's by then it's who's done the best. You never watched Big Brother, so you don't
watch it. But it's 10 episodes in, and you and Straighty McStraighty. What's his name going to be? Let's just say his name.
I backdoor him.
Maybe say his name is Todd.
I backdoor him.
You're sitting there.
But I'm also friends with all the
talking-
girls.
You feel
that's the thing.
You feel Todd's breath on your neck.
You know what? It doesn't matter. The money.
You can withstand that.
I can.
You can feel the stubble on your cheek just a little bit when he talks to you.
Listen. I could.
Because if you love money more than
listen.
dick, we'd be doing this in a studio right now.
I love money, especially when it's on television.
All right.
You know what I love more than you know what I love more than dick or money? Winning. Think
You do
about
love
that.
winning.
And he can put his breath on my neck the next day for elimination. Backdoor him.
All right.
Trust me.
I will say, what kind of I hated. Paige ran to Craig's room at the end of this, and they're talking, and that's where Craig kind of Craig is you love Craig, and then you also remember
He's shitty.
Craig only has scruples when he wants to.
Yep.
And he completely throws his best friend again,
Yeah.
Austin, and says, like, he's just so fucking jealous because anytime I do anything with her, he gets so jealous and lashes out. And then Paige just says, Are you still fucking her? To be continued.
Yeah. I can't wait for next week. I'm very excited.
Who knew? Apparently, people from Southern Charm needed to come on this show to reinvigorate it again.
Yeah, we needed something.
Because if
from
Austin
last season.
Ciara come on, if Austin or when Austin comes on, his scenes with Ciara, it's going to be fireworks, y'all. Anyway, y'all, that's the show. Now remember, you can go to our Linktree link. That's where we're going to be in Los Angeles on the 27th of February. We'd love to see you. We still have tickets. We still have VIP tickets there. I think Atlanta is our only show that's sold out. And we
are working on getting a second date.
Yeah, and we might be adding another Atlanta
I need
date
to email
to
Kristen about that.
So, but we've got Boston. We have seats. I think we're out of VIP there, though.
We are.
If you want VIP on any of these shows coming up, I would definitely get them because those are more
quick.
Close to selling out. So, but Boston, DC, Philly, Nashville, Atlanta, we're coming your way, and
more cities announced.
I thought we were going to
soon.
announce this week, but then we got delayed. So hopefully we will be announcing. Let's just say this month we'll be announcing more cities.
You will. Some of you Ohio fuckers might get your wish.
You might get your wish.
And you Texas bitches.
It's true. So look, y'all, one of the ways that you can help support this show is leaving a review on Apple Podcasts and leaving a review now on Spotify. You can do that as well. Also, we highly encourage you, if we say something on the show or you like it, tweet it out. Or if we have an Instagram story that you love, we appreciate when you share those stories.
Sharing is caring.
If you don't want to hear our commercials and you're sick of us talking about them, then you can join the Patreon or Supercast on the $8 tier, and you will get commercial free for your pleasure.
Just like porn.
Just like porn. Just like porn. Anyway, y'all. So
although we're not gonna fuck.
We're not gonna fuck. So that's somewhere else. I'm glad.
No, not that you would ever want to see that.
No, it's gonna get better. We're excited about it.
Me and Craig, however,
it's true. Now look.
Or Craig and Andy.
If you're ever sitting in a bed with your best friend and you're having a conversation about you missing each other, and you're just two men. And if somebody...
Two straight boys.
Yeah, two straight boys. And if somebody maybe texts on your phone and pops up, you know what to say. Right, Poodle?
Who's Tracy?
Who's Tracy? Who's Tracy? Who's Tracy? And the slow part at the end. In September, they'll all go back to their Google Hangout, their Zoom, and their Slack. And even though summer came to an end, they'll continue to be best of friends on Insta. Summer's nuts because of these sluts. But what are you gonna do? That summer